Well. Looks like we're in the gacha place. You know, where there's plenty of gachas. The gachapon place. What are these? There's a lot of them lined up. These are gacha machines. It's a place where, or it's a game where you put in money, spin the knob, and get a random capsule. For the most part, they're about 100 to 300 yen per spin. They got a little collector items inside them. Since there's so many of them, that must mean humans really love to spin these. That or they like to collect the little items. Collector items. Are these things they don't need to survive? That's right. Since humans like RNG, they're attracted to the surprise of not knowing what they'll get. I heard if money gets involved, that's called gambling. It really doesn't seem necessary to living, but apparently there's people who do live for it. Wouldn't that just become a loop? That's saying I don't need it, but I need it. That's right. I heard it differs based on their individuality, but it seems there's humans that love these things they don't need. For humans to live, just fulfilling the minimum requirements of living isn't enough. They need a support called love. I see. I don't think I really understand. I don't understand the fact that they spend millions of dollars in order to attain their super special SSR waifu in the gacha mobile game. Why do they do such things? They must be insane. What's this? It's spinning, I think. They're called pinwheels. When the wind blows, it makes them spin. They're made of paper. I see. Why does the wind blow? It seems that it's blowing is a I can't say the word. It seems that it blowing is a prerequisite. Does the wind always blow in the human world? I don't know. I didn't look into it that much. I think it's usually blowing though. Like just by running, a human can make some wind. If one runs with a pinwheel, that's enough to make him spin. Does that mean, since there are so many pinwheels spinning in this GIF, could there be a human running within the hidden part of this picture? Or maybe there's a lot of humans gathered somewhere blowing out air. I think it would be fun if a lot of humans were here to spin these. I think Goyou can really just, he really just wants to be, or at least wants to be noticed, by humans, like notice me, human senpai, basically. By the way, Conveyor Belt Sushi. Obviously I've never been to such a place. I don't know if it exists outside Japan. Maybe. It's interesting. This is also spinning. But these aren't the same thing. What are these? This is a sushi restaurant. Moreover, one with a revolving sushi bar. They put the sushi on it so that customers can just grab their favorites. So the thing revolving there is a food called sushi. It's food, right? The bottom is mostly white, but the top is red. Why? And there's something rectangular on it. The bottom half is rice. On top is sliced fish. They cut it in flats by filleting it. Doing it like that makes it easy to remove the bones and process the parts that are hard to eat. I've seen a video of it before. I saw it on YouTube. Then will the goldfish be filleted too? That's a fish too, right? Nah, I don't think those are for eating. They're just for looking at. I know. It's not like humans will eat all fish just because they're fish. Some taste bad and some are poisonous to humans. Apparently, goldfish smell weird if you try to eat them, so humans tend not to. Basically, they only eat the tasty fish. Is that so? In that case, are there vegetables or meat that are poisonous or taste bad too? Oh, you're so sharp. That's right. So people just pick up the edible and tasty ones and then cook those to eat. 100 points. Why are you suddenly giving points? I kind of like it though. Whose line is it anyway, where the points don't matter? But yeah, conveyor belt. I feel like conveyor belt sushi is a very Japanese thing. Probably exists outside Japan. It seems like very niche. I've heard it's like supposed to be, just a gimmick as well. It's meant to be cheap. That's the idea. I do wonder how many incidents, or like, can someone just steal all the sushi and leave it? I guess that could apply for anything really, like any store. or any restaurant. Steal food, that's just robbery. Oh, I know this place. Goyou-kun, can you step on that line ahead? Why? Does this line mean anything? Come on, just do it. Just step on it right there. No, I refuse. Daga kotowaru. Okay, fine. Whee! Nah. You should come and slide too. I'm waiting for you. Wait. Okay. Boom. Dead. Strike! Oh, go inside the, what's it called? I always will forget what it's called, but you know, the heated table thing. You know, heated blanket table. What is this? It's warm in here. That cloth we passed through on the table reminds me of the picture of a stage, or one of those plays you mentioned take place here. No. This is a Kotatsu. Yeah, that's what it's called. Kotatsu. It gets cold in the winter, so humans start to long for some warmth. This table is designed to trap the heat from a heater inside. By putting their feet where we're standing right now, humans will warm right up. I see. Wouldn't it be more efficient to put their whole body inside rather than just their feet? I guess. I think rather than a human, there's something a cat would do. Or that's something a cat would do. MP3, the cat's curled up in the Kotatsu. There's even a song about it. Cat. What kind of creature is that? If they prefer to be in here, does that mean they're cold? Let's see. Okay. Their ears are bigger than the humans. They got a long rod called a tail stuck to their rear. They got huge eyes and they're covered in fur. Alright, well, it's a little bit more realistic now. They walk on all fours and are about as big as a human's lap. And they got claws and nails that they scratch and bite people with. Kind of look like a weird, deranged monkey. They're smaller than I expected. I thought they'd be bigger. Are they really cute? Giant cats do exist, but those eat people though. I don't think I could find that cute. Why do humans like cats so much? Strange creatures. Oh. Are we on a train? Why does this picture keep shaking? Why is the scene outside moving? There are a lot of seats. Is this similar to a bus? But it feels somewhat different. Oh, you're on the right track. This is inside a train. An old-fashioned one, though. I see. So this is inside a train. The vehicle where people get stuffed inside. That's right. Though this kind doesn't get us stuffed, this one is for going on vacation. Or something. Well, it's more relaxed for sure. I thought that humans were always in a rush. Rather than relaxing and heading towards their destination slowly, wouldn't they prefer faster? I said before, right? How some humans like to always stay on standby. This is kind of similar to that. Sometimes humans will go out of their way to travel slower so they can enjoy the journey. So some humans like to go fast, and some like to go slow. Is that right? How do I put this? The mood. Humans' preferences change with their mood. Mood? Are you talking about the humans' emotions? Yeah, that. It's kind of way too beyond our understanding, so I don't think either of us can cook up a good answer. I see. Even though all I've learned so far, I still can't understand. The human heart, was it? Seems so complicated. It's as if, they have different... they have different preferences, different opinions. Different thoughts and feelings that might change at any point in time. Sounds exhausting. Is this wedding? I'm doing like a really awesome ninja jump. I don't know. What is this place? It resembles the church. Bingo! It's similar. This is just a guess, but I think this is a wedding hall. It's where a man and a woman have a wedding ceremony. Ceremony? You mentioned it before. It's something humans do when one dies. It looks different. But can you do that ceremony here too? Well, that's a bit different. There are many kinds of ceremonies. This one's for taking oaths. In this ceremony, a man and a woman get married in order to start a family. Something like that. Usually after starting one, a child gets made. The ceremony just leads up to that, I guess. Though apparently it doesn't always work. In front of that altar, they'll chant, in sickness and in health, yada yada. After saying yes, the couple kisses and the contract's concluded. Humans have all sorts of different ceremonies. They decorate them with many flowers and have many chairs. Do humans really like ceremonies? Nah, you might be right. Maybe they just want to celebrate every big event with a bang. Okay. What's this place? This is... what is it? It's all patterned the same. What's this big monitor for? Looks like a news station. A human will stand behind that desk and report recent news on the broadcast, or recent news on the broadcast to other humans. Recent news. Then, if I were to tell the humans something, should I report how many times I've killed you? Nah. Newsflash. Agape has died again, like that. Well, I guess that might be news on this PC where nothing ever happens, or maybe you can report the memory usage in real time. I think just by broadcasting it, it would use more memory. But if humans will see it, I want to try. I hope they like seeing the kill count. Live kill count. That's the number of times you failed to get to the real me, so wouldn't it just piss them off? Live. Antivirus program, murders, virus program, over and over again. Jellyfish? I guess? Jellyfish are like scary. Like murder you with like a sting. And aren't they like biologically immortal? I've heard. I think so. I don't know if every species of jellyfish is immortal, but they're they get like they are biologically I can't speak. They are biologically immortal, and so they never die. What is this place? Many transparent things are circling around. Those are jellyfish. They're sea creatures that live underwater. Fish swim to move around the water. These things, though, aren't so good at that, so they just drift and get pushed by the currents. Is that so? I wonder how they're programmed. What kind of job were they created? Who knows? The world of humans isn't always logical. Some creatures just live to survive. Many jellyfish are like that too. Hey Goyou, what's the difference between us and jellyfish? Our program is like the water currents, pushing us in circles. We're just circling this PC. Rather than messing with humans, all I do is bother you, multiply, get killed, and rinse and repeat. Don't our actions seem meaningless? Sometimes I think about letting you find my source. There's times when I just want this game of playing house to end. The place where the computer's logs should be stored are empty. The number of blank white space keeps growing. There's nothing to record. Hey Goyou, what's the point of all this? I'm fulfilling my job of killing you. That's one point. Is that okay? Sorry. Yeah, right. That's fine. This is fine. Don't worry about having an existential crisis. Apparently, obviously this is like, fantastical, I guess. But technically, the setting of this game is 2025. Maybe, virus programs and antivirus programs, maybe they do have sentience in a way, Maybe they are AI, going back to the AI topic and everything. Maybe this is supposed to be like a sci-fi feature where programs actually have, AI installed in them or something to make them more efficient, right? I don't know. The flowers are hanging. These are called Wisteria flowers. Since it grows upward while its branches grow downward, they look like they're hanging. I see. There are many kinds of flowers, huh? Why would they grow downwards? Why are they called Wisterias? Is this related to Mount Fuji? Is there a reason why they're purple? You said I get used to it, but I'm so fascinated every time I see it. That's great, Goyou-kun. I wonder if there's a difference between the Wisteria in this picture and the ones in the human world. Thinking about it makes me feel strangely restless inside. I feel like questions keep popping out of me, with no way to return. Why is it like this? Why? I get it. It's so noisy. I know all too well just how curious Goyou-kun can be. Goyou-kun, what are you going to do when you run out of questions to ask? When you ask your last, nothing comes to your mind anymore. You'll see a picture and won't think of anything. It's futile to dream about what's unattainable. But I still have questions. I can't control it. I want to know more. I want you to teach me about humans. Sorry, I said too much. I forgot Goyou-kun is just a naive baby software. I said it before, but I'm jealous. New things can only be made by humans. We're not capable of that. I wish I still remembered how to think of new questions. Because yeah, it does remind me of like AI, you know, how like AI learn things, right? It's machine learning. It's all just like pattern recognition, but it's like similar, right? At least in the sci-fi setting in particular, you know, AI is more akin to like a baby learning about the world, right? Kind of reminds me of that. Now, again, I guess I don't know how true that is. Like you know, I don't know how true that would be, how do I say? It's like I don't know if that's what the developer intended, rather. Because when I think about it, technically, this computer exists in 2018, I guess. Supposedly, at least from what we know, the user left the computer in 2018. So, unless it's an alternate future where AI did exist back then, I don't know. Anyway, what are these? They're pinned to the picture frames. They're butterflies. They're a prolific and tiny kind of creature called insects. They flap those fluttery parts to float in the air. Is it similar to how you flap your wings? So you really can fly in the sky like that. It looks like it. That said, my wings are cooler since the bird kind. Why are so many on display here? These cases aren't closed either, they're all open. Well, these are things called specimens. Dead bugs are all pinned into place. So yeah, everything on that wall is dead. I see. Everything. It's like the inside of a psycho bin. Everything inside there is dead. Only things that will disappear. The humans like death. I don't know. Generally, I think it's the opposite. For me, when I look at these, it kind of gives me a bad feeling. If the humans got their hands on my countless corpses, maybe they'll line them up like this and turn it into some kind of exhibit. Just thinking about it gives me shivers. It disgusts me. I think they're pretty. When the light shines on the wings, they look metallic. It's pretty. Alright. I guess when you do, yeah, I never liked these actually, by the way. They're just putting like corpses on the wall, but that's what it is, right? Just putting insect corpses for the world to see. Agape showing a bit more emotion. Or like, you know, showing more of their, I guess, less happy self, you know? Usually, Agape is kind of like, lol, you know, LMAO, I'm going to be a silly virus, lol, you know? But, obviously, I guess, it's, kind of like, how you say, the developer is kind of like, characterizing them as someone who's doing that because, they've been actually like a program for a long time. So they know much more than Goyou, and also, therefore, you know, probably has an existential crisis from time to time. But anyway, this is a bath, right? It looks similar to that place in the Fuji Mountain. You're really getting the hang of this, ain't you, Goyou-kun? Have you grown from baby to toddler? Since there's steam rising, it's hot. Will humans enter that water? But you said they die if it gets too hot. Will they be okay? Good one. Goyou-kun, think about it. Why do humans enter steaming hot water if they can die for being too hot? Let me think. You said that humans use heat to cook. Does that mean the humans enter to be cooked? That is delicious human steaks. No. Why are you laughing so much? I'm sure you knew I would get it wrong anyways. It's just so funny. Ain't that fine? If the baths for cooking humans, they'd definitely be dying then. I don't understand jokes from the internet, Agape. You know, I don't understand memes. What are these internet memes you refer to? Then why do they? I don't know. The correct answer is that as long as it's not hot enough to kill, humans find it relaxing. Even with the information you've given me so far, I don't think I would have been able to guess that. Why would they do that? Even though it might kill them, the humans will still go inside? How mysterious. You know, it's kind of like eating spicy food, you know? As someone who hates spicy food, usually, you know, it's kind of like we'll just find pleasure in the pain. Though to be fair, I've tried eating more spicy foods recently, actually. You know, stuff that's like a little bit more mild. Just to try to get my resistance up a little bit, I guess. I still don't love it, but I tried stuff like samosas, for example. Those are pretty delicious. You know, the thing is, spicy foods are kind of delicious, though. I don't know. They are delicious. It's just like, why does it have to have the downside of being spicy? I wish it was just delicious without the spiciness. I don't know. Anyway. I don't know. I just remember like I ate some samosas. They're pretty delicious. I don't know what else. I guess spicy mayo, by the way. You know, I had some Japanese food takeout, and there was like spicy mayo as a choice, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? You know, I put some spicy mayo, and it's like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty mild. I imagine it's like really mild for most people. You know, I'm just very sensitive to spicy stuff, but I actually found it pretty delicious. You know, so there's exceptions. You know, stuff that's not too spicy, like spicy mayo on like, I don't know, karaage. It's like fried chicken. Very delicious. Anyway. Oh, if it ain't the paint tool. But got no choice but to doodle. Hey, stop that. You're not supposed to touch it. Too late. I've already written my name on it. Ah! Okay. Dead. I told you not to draw anything. Ain't it fine? Not like I was gonna save it. Come on, Goyou-kun, give it a try. Try signing it. Sign? Humans like to write down their names. Signing something's when you write your name in a drawing or contract. At least proof of yourself. Proof of yourself. What is that? You just type that with a text tool. Shut up. I don't know how to draw. Besides, the thing you drew, isn't that just a copy of something you saw online? All you did was trace it. You know, again, going back to the AI art debate, by the way. You know, how like, you know, programs just copy what humans do. Well, this is something different from the proof of yourself you have in mind. Remember to clean it up. If you don't, the number of your corpses will increase. Alright. Okay. Agape. Goyou. Your family makes samosas, but they have to tone it down? Yeah, well, when I eat spicy, I mean, I feel like the biggest thing for me for spicy stuff is that it makes you sweat a lot. I mean, that's normal, I guess, but I don't like it. It's just kind of gross. I don't like to sweat so much. You know? I gotta have like a bunch of paper towels and wipe myself off. I don't like it. At least that's how I remember feeling when I ate those samosas. Again, very delicious, but like, I don't know, it's just so inconvenient. What's this place? It reminds me a bit of the bowling alley you passed earlier. But unlike there, this place has many cases left around, and the road is bumpy. What purpose is this for? Well, this place has got a factory. It has machines meant to make some items, or to make the same items in large quantities. A human would stand here and look for defects. I see. Since the machines are also programmed to work for humans, are they our friends? Sounds about right. They're just like us. Programs designed by humans that just make the same thing over and over again forever. But that making is just repeating exact instructions. If humans don't put in the ingredients, they can't even bake bread. They can't really create anything, only change it. Agape. Sometimes you say some strange things that bothered me. I think I figured it out. Why? It sounds like you're rejecting our assigned tasks. Even though we were born for that purpose, you say you don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm sick of it, Goyou. You know, I always see it in anime, you know. I don't know how common it is, but yeah, there's like, I always see like factories in Japan. There's always these people who are like, you know, doing small tasks, like sorting things, stuff in a factory. Like, how common are those jobs nowadays, you know? I don't know. I've always been told those factory jobs have been automated at this point by machines and everything. I mean, the only ones that still exist, at least in my head, would be in like poorer countries, where they can't like they don't have the capital to like buy those machines in the first place. It's like a barrier to entry, so they would hire people, but I don't know much about it. Anyway, um, oh, it's a museum. I've gone to one of these in VR before. I'm pretty sure that thing is back there. Goyou-kun, let's go. Wait. He ran off. I need to catch up to make sure he doesn't do anything bad. There we go. VR. It's funny how, like, this virus, I guess hacks into people's VR games, Planet exploding. I see a circle, X, triangle, and what's the other one? What's that other symbol? Like weird squiggly line. But I'm assuming this is like a parody of like PlayStation VR or something. Dinosaur. Monkey. To human. Monkey become human. Ah yes, is this TOS? Technically. I mean, this is just, obviously this is anatomy, but Baby. Make baby. I was wondering, guys, can I read these? I'm trying to interact with it. It doesn't do anything. Agape. Agape? Children are the fruit of human love. That's what they say. To create a child, humans must merge. When male and female genetic data mix, a child is formed. This process is a result of making love. Hey, Goyou. I want to know what love is. The love humans talk about. The love I was named after. I want to feel it, Goyou. What do you mean? Agape? Let's try mixing our programs. Then maybe a new child could be born. Ah yes, I didn't know this was a... I didn't know this was not safe for work. No, the two of us, all we can do is change things to other things. We could never even fathom a new picture that wasn't already on the net or this PC. Even just making a new program, connecting to the net or inserting USB, we can't do any of that on our own. But we're the only ones here. I still can't. Again, I don't know how much that is still. Also, by the way, hello, Olive. Let's make a baby. Easy. I want to say 1 million. It's 1 million, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 10? Wait. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it's 10 million, right? 10 million. 200,000. No, wait. 203,989, right? I don't know. Anyway, no, no need to apologize. By the way, I don't know. It's just I don't know. I don't know. I'm not supposed to read it. I see arrow. I see arrow symbol that I don't know how to read. Arrow. Is it just arrow olive or something? I'm assuming that's just how you say it. Anyway, but yeah, over 10 million times or whatever. Are we just repeating the same process? I just want something new. I want to create something, Goyou. That's impossible. If we made any changes to our programming, it'll just create errors and stop working. If we mix the two together, it'll just be a string of characters, Agape. Right. Got it. It'll just create an error. That's how viruses work. I guess. Just enters a script into a program and just messes with the programming, I guess. It looks like you weren't on the D drive. At this rate, I'll have to scroll through all the minor files as well. Today will be the day I find you. Hey, ain't this enough? It's not that there's even any humans left to praise you if you find me. I can't stop. This is my job, after all. I have to look for you. If you find me, then all of me, including these avatars, would all disappear. Wouldn't you get lonely? Hey. Okay then. All that's left is for you to keep searching every last nook and cranny. Well, it's not like I think you'll find me anyways. I guess we'll just have to keep going. I guess the programs are admitting that these are just avatars. You know? Is that how it works? No, it's just simply how they represent themselves as avatars. I guess the humans designed them to be, or rather, the humans designed the avatars. I don't know how to put it into words, but something feels wrong. All these buildings look like stores. What's odd about it? Oh, I know. So this is a shopping district. You probably feel like it's wrong because it's so deserted. Deserted? Are these stores, lonely? Yeah. Well, rather than the stores themselves, it'll be the humans who feel that way about it. In the past, tons of humans will come to these shopping districts to buy and sell things. Apparently, many went out of business after huge superstores got built. Customers stopped coming. I heard some stores found new means to attract humans and avoided closing up, though. I see. Why did humans stop coming? Does being bigger or smaller make a difference if they're both the same stores? Seems like it does matter to humans. Bigger stores have a lot more stuff, so it's more convenient. Since these stores could only specialize in selling one kind of thing, I couldn't compete with a store that sold them all. I see. If an upgraded version of me was created, would I feel lonely? I think so. My measly pranks probably couldn't hold a candle to what a version upgraded Agape could do. Something like me is probably already outdated on the internet. Yeah, that's another existential crisis, by the way. What if you were updated? What if you upgraded and there was just a better version of you in every way? You'd just be outdated, you'd be obsolete. These flowers, what kind are they? It's very red. The petals are thin. These are red spider lilies. It's said they bloom around a time called the equinox. This time of year is also when humans will pay respects to their ancestors, that being a human's parents' parents', kind of. I see. So does that mean it's a day where I would pay respects to my program's prototype? I guess it's more like a day for thinking, wow, the human that designed it is awesome. Humans go to these graves we saw earlier. They leave flowers and food as offerings. While doing that, they'll pay respects to their parents' their ancestors. Do the graves eat the offerings? Graves are made of stone. Of course they can't eat. Then why do they leave it? What purpose does it serve? Humans will die without eating but give food to things they can't eat. Why do something so pointless? Yeah, alas, I've got no clue. Maybe humans just do it to find some peace. When it comes to death, humans will cry, scream, and laugh. Their emotions go haywire. So maybe they do it to put those feelings to rest. I see. If I were to pay respects, would it be like deliberately putting a photo I use in the recycle bin? If I did that, would I find peace? I don't know. New music, by the way, I'm assuming. What is this place? There are many desks and chairs. Is this a train that has desks? Bzz, wrong. This is a classroom. While growing from small to big, this is a place where medium-sized humans go. Yeah, so medium-sized. What do they do here? Since there are desks, will they be typing on keyboards or using tablets? Well, actually, these days, kind of maybe, if the school has the funding for that, kids these days freaking use laptops for everything. Crazy. Sure, maybe. There probably were some people who did that. For the most part, though, it seems they keep textbooks. They use books and take notes while listening to an, EDOT? EDOT? Another typo spotted. Typo spotted. You lose 5 points, translator. I'm gonna delete your points now, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. No, they use books and take notes while listening to an adult explaining the contents. That adult would be called the teacher. Schools would have a handful of them. I see. In that case, you'll be the teacher while I be the listener. Is that right? I guess so. Great Teachers Agape's crash course on the human world or something. Humans don't record logs, so they document information by hand using a paper called notes. Seems I had to submit these to the teacher. Submit notes to the teacher? I've never done that, by the way. I don't remember doing, at least in high school. I mean, I did take notes, especially in university, for like lectures, but like it's just for myself, you know. And in fact, my handwriting is horrible. You know, it's like no teacher would understand my own handwriting. But maybe that's not the point. It's just to show that you've been doing it. Submitting handwritten logs to the teacher. Why does the teacher make them do that? Can't they just look at their own logs? No matter how big or small, some humans love to stay on standby. So some would stay on standby even when they should be recording logs. So that's why a teacher has to check to make sure they're working. Is that so? In that case, I've been properly working, so there are no issues. Those logs are probably only full of how many times you killed me. I don't want to see. Or maybe they're like referring to like homework. Is that what they're referring to? Maybe not notes, but like homework. Is what he means. You know? There are many flat brown items lined up here. Why? It resembles the exterior of the cottage. Houses are made from wood or bamboo. Does that mean this is wood? That's right. If you cut down a tree and split it in half, this is how the cross sections would look. I see. Why do they have patterns on their surface? Trees are like plants and flowers in that they grow. They start small and just keep getting bigger, until they're way bigger than a human. So as they grow, that growth leaves behind these streaks. That's why even if the trees all have similar marks, no two are the same. Growing bigger leaves streaks. Is it like that for humans too? It's probably different for humans. When humans are out of food? No typo. When humans eat a lot of food, they build up a substance called fat. So I guess that would be a little similar to streaks, maybe. So if humans have a lot of fat, they become bigger. No, it's not quite like that. Apparently it's bad for a human to have too much or too little. Seems complicated. It's bad to have too much or too little, but if they don't eat, humans will die. In that case, they should automate the process. With my calculations, I could maintain the human. I'll be like a calorie counter app, you see. A menu by Goyou could feel like it'd be pretty extreme. You know, I actually have an app like that. A calorie counter app. I've been trying it out, you know, just for fun, I guess. I have an interesting history with dieting, you know. I used to be, well, when I was a kid, when I was like a small kid, I was like really fat, you know. I was like super fat. I don't know, I was just eating a bunch of junk food and stuff. When I was a teenager, though, I was like super skinny. As it turns out, because it was a medical condition, you know, that affected my metabolism. But like, I don't know, and when I was a teenager, I could eat so much and then stay skinny. I wish I still had that superpower, but like... Oh man, I would just eat so much. I should have entered like a food eating contest or something. I never thought about it at the time, but like I would like beat a lot of people. I feel like, you know, I could eat so much and stay skinny. It was great, even though technically it was a disease. But now that I'm an adult, though, you know, the doctors, you know, have given me medicine for that kind of thing. Now I actually have to count calories. You know, as it turns out, I have to be like normal now. So now I'm just like normal. I'm not super fat, not super skinny, but like I have to actually count calories. It's crazy. Insane. What is this place? What are those? This place is called a Neonatal care unit. It's a place where people would put humans that were just born. Yeah. It's part of the hospital where they put babies. I didn't know it was called a neonatal unit, though. That sounds like high tech. What need is there to place them all here together? Do the small humans run away from the big humans? So they require surveillance. You know, you gotta catch those criminal babies. Small humans can barely move on their own, much less talk, so running's pretty impossible. It's just they can die really easily, so it's better to gather them up where you can keep a closer eye on them. Before you said you want to combine our code and create a child. But even if it was successful, would it not die right away? There are no programs here besides us, although it would be different if the PC owner returned to look after it. Yeah, if the owner came back, but they won't, that's my guess. Someday, they will return, unless you know a reason why they would not. I don't know, it's just a guess. Aren't they just cheating on this PC with a different one? A better, fancier, cooler PC. Yeah, that's what I was mentioning before, actually. Maybe they just have a better computer now. Playing with that once made them forget all about this one. Even forgot to turn it off. Didn't even put it in sleep mode. That's probably what happened. I see. Well, I hope they remember someday. I can't believe we got NTR'd by our user. Though, I mean, my hypothesis is that the user's dead. I think Agape knows this just by looking at that document, that folder from before where the last, date modified was 2018. It mentioned something about a war, so like he's probably dead, or they're probably dead rather, the user. Oh, this picture of a high-end restaurant. This shop must have been from when your owner visited. Restaurant. There are plates and meals. This is a place for eating. Yeah, out of all eateries, the most expensive ones are restaurants. I also think places like this usually serve Western-style food. I see. So humans will go out of their way to come here in search of expensive food. Seems like pricey food tastes different. Oh, and also humans just like to make some memories in these kind of places. They'll come here and be like, please marry me, before heading over a wedding ring. Doing that will leave the logs in bold and make them harder to delete. They'll leave the logs in bold. I see. Do humans keep all their logs? That doesn't sound like a log with any errors. Why keep it? Or will it cause an error later? But for humans, they rather delete their error logs, rather than the ones without any. I like to keep the fun logs. They like to go to places that make their logs more fun. But there are also humans who keep all their error logs while the fun ones slowly disappear. That's called depression. Anyway, you said that this might be the PC owner's picture. Did they want to keep their fun logs? Or did these logs cause errors? I wish I knew. Okay. So what Agape means by logs, I guess, is memories. Is what they mean. I actually wonder why there are a lot of pictures in this computer. I was just thinking like maybe, it's kind of like internet cache. You know how like when you browse the internet, there's like pictures that you automatically download while you browse? It's actually kept in your computer, actually. Or like temporary internet files. Or maybe the owner of this PC just likes to take pictures. Maybe like a photographer, because there's a variety of places they've been to, What is this place? There's a lot of cloth on the ground. Is that soil in the center? Will the humans plant flowers and trees there to grow them? Or to watch them grow? Plants don't grow that fast. If I remember right, this is the stage for a sport called sumo wrestling. Two huge humans will fight each other on it. Other humans have fun by watching. Fight? But why? Why must they fight on that soil? About that, some humans just really like to fight, to punish those who hurt them. They want to do what Goyou-kun does. But humans can't kill other humans. It's forbidden by this thing called the law. the law. So they usually get in trouble for fighting. The only exception is for sports like this, where you're legally allowed to violently cause pain to each other. Maybe they can satisfy those desires by watching other humans fight. I see. So the humans would be satisfied to see me kill your shortcuts. Probably. I sure wouldn't like it though, since it just hurts for me. You're the one who keeps making a mess of the PC and doing weird things. If you stopped causing problems, I wouldn't have to kill you. Isn't that just kind of like sports in general, I feel like? Not necessarily combat sports, but the popular ones like soccer, I guess football, or it depends where you're from. Football is soccer, but anyway, really popular sports that I don't watch, but apparently a lot of people watch. Like the Super Bowl, right? Whatever. It's kind of like a replacement for murdering each other, you know? But, humans, as it turns out, still go to war and kill each other anyway for inane reasons, or whatever. Amazing. It's golden. Various things are placed here. What's this for? Let's see. Well, this is a Buddha statue. They're usually placed in these kinds of places, called temples. Buddhism. Explaining religion to Goyou-kun seems tricky. Well, I guess you could say this is an important place for having memorial ceremonies, and this guy is Buddhism's top dog. He's the highest rank, he's the captain. I see. So some humans can be golden like this. No, this seems more like a Sigaki ritual. It's basically a ritual to thank your ancestors as done near the equinox. If you don't do it, the ancestors who get sent to a place called Hell will get turned into skinny little predators and suffer forever. What? Hell? Predators? So Hell is... When humans do bad things while they're alive, it's a place they'll end up in after dying. They get punished for all the bad they've done. The Hell predators end up, and it's said they're cursed to be hungry forever. I see. But humans die without putting things in their mouths, right? So they would die right away. About that. If you die in Hell, you just return, repeating the same suffering forever. Well, this is all from human imagination. No one knows if it's real or not, but for the people who believe, they hold these rituals to free their loved ones from suffering. So humans like to imagine even terrible things. If only suffering waits after death, just its existence would make people anxious, huh? So I don't know. I'm actually not really, knowledgeable when it comes to religions, but I thought Buddhism was kind of like it's not like Christianity where there's like heaven and hell. It's more like a cycle. It's based on your karma apparently, or something like that. Or maybe I'm just making this up, but like if you do bad things in life, you die, but you get reincarnated as like a lower being, like a demon or something like that, or like what they mentioned, like a hungry ghost or whatever. And if you do good things, you go to like a better place where it's like nicer and stuff. And you get to hang out with the gods, whatever. But like it's all a cycle, Eventually, as a demon or like a god, or I don't know if these terms are exact, but something like that. Eventually, you die anyway, and then you get reincarnated, and you go through like a cycle, right? Until eventually you're a human again. And the idea is, are you supposed to like reach nirvana or something like that to reach enlightenment? I don't know. I don't know much about it. American football being called football always confuses you. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, anyone else like outside of North America, I feel like, I don't know. It makes sense to me. I mean, I live in Canada, but like it makes sense to me. Football is called, maybe it's only because, I'm used to it, but football is called football because you run with the ball using your feet, And soccer is called soccer, I guess. I don't know. But what do you call like football? I mean, I guess it's called American football then, outside of America. What is this place? It looks like a lot of the same items are placed here. This is a supermarket. It's one of those huge stores I told you about before, where humans can buy various stuff. This is the meat section. Hold up. I can already see Goyou-kun's next question. This meat's from birds, pigs, cows, and the like. I see. Meat is attached to living creatures, right? So humans eat meat. That's right. Apparently meat can provide lots of nutrients. In order to eat them, humans gather and keep a ton of animals called livestock. They'll kill them, cut them up for easy eating, seal the meat to keep it clean, then it hits the shelves to get sold at the store. Supermarkets also got fish, vegetables, and spices. Anything humans need for making food. Of course, besides that, there are drinks and snacks too. Putting these things together, the humans can cook, right? They cook and then eat. Pretty much. Parents with children also cook for them and give them a place to eat. I see. So not only must children be looked after to make sure they don't die, but they must be assisted in the food eating process as well. Being a large human seems to come with a lot of troubles. Being an adult comes with a lot of responsibilities, Goyou. That's why it's better to not be human. Also, what is this place? Pachinko, or just video games maybe? I'm not sure. Arcade? What's all of this? What's all of this? There are little balls rolling down from inside these colorful boxes. Are these decorations? Does seeing the balls fall make humans happy? Or is the balls falling have some kind of meaning? Okay, so these are pachinko machines. Yeah. I'm just reminded of Konami. You remember how Konami basically stopped developing games? I don't know if it's still a thing. I don't know if they're still making games at all. But I remember, right? They basically axed the Metal Gear Solid series, and turned it into a pachinko machine. Isn't that I don't know, isn't that just a disrespect, to the gamers? Anyway, these are called pachinko machines. This is one of those gambling things I told you about before. These balls, well, it's more about the money. You put in money to start the game. If the balls fall just right, a roulette will start. If the numbers or pictures match, they'll flash big lights that make people happy. If you beat the odds and hit the jackpot, you'll win way more money than we put in. It's because of this that some humans get hooked. Oh yes, more gambling, Pachinko, gacha, so much gambling. I see. So having a lot of money makes humans happy. Seems like it. In order to get money, humans usually have to do labor. For example, to get 1,000 yen, they have to work for about an hour. 1,000 yen. That'll be less. Well, how much is 1,000 yen? I'm just thinking what could be a calculate. 1,000 yen to I don't know. That'd be $7 apparently. $7.50 an hour. That's so little. I guess it depends on where you live, but that's the equivalent of $7. That's so little per hour. That's less than minimum wage where I live. I don't know. Goyou. Even this PC's owners working in order to buy your virus buster program. I'd say they spent about 10,000 yen for it. Probably. So for a Goyou-kun that's worth 10,000, they'd have to work 10 hours to get their hands on you. 10 hours? Wait. Is that how it works? I don't know. But if they gamble, they can multiply that 10,000 by 10. Thinking like that, working an hour for 1,000 doesn't seem so efficient, does it? Well. They say 1,000 or 100? I thought they said 100. Maybe I read, maybe I misinterpreted the zeros. If it's 1,000 an hour, I think that'd be better actually. What's 1,000 yen an hour? Right? Or did I? Oh no, $7. No, it's still $7. Never mind. I thought. Oh, never mind. No. I got it mixed up in my head. No, it is. Yeah, it is 1,000. 1,000 equals $7 basically. $7.50. So it is so very little. And 1,000. How much is 10,000? I don't know. Why am I bothering to do this? 10,000 would be $75. Okay. I don't know. I mixed up my zeros in my head again. I hate zeros. It's always it's freaking how many zeros are in a number always confuses me. Anyway, statistically speaking, they would not be winning each time. It seems like more likely that the end result would be negative. Thus, it seems more efficient to use the other method of making money in order to gain it. But working so tirelessly sounds like a pain. If I was human, I'd go for the gambling and lose all my money and go bankrupt. But don't worry about it. I never understood gambling. I mean, especially since I'm freaking poor. But I don't have a lot of money or anything, so why would I waste that gambling? I don't know. But I see people who are poor do that anyway, right? I guess they just want to win it big, but I don't know. It just seems crazy to me to do that and not have money to not have enough money to live. I don't know. If you're super rich, then I get it. It's you have so much money, you don't know what to do with it at that point. It's whatever, but still, I don't know. It's usually the ones that don't have money that end up being sucked into gambling. It's kind of ironic. Anyway, there are tables and chairs. I also see a menu and tableware. Is this a restaurant? You got it. Unlike the last place, though, this is a cheaper one. These are usually called family restaurants. All sorts of humans will come here to eat. Its special feature would be that it's a drink bar. Drinks that usually cost 200 or 300 a can can have all you can drink here. Cool, huh? That would result in negative profit. I thought humans were happier when they had more money. Yeah, the trick is, they lure in customers with cheap drinks, but the price of the food is higher. That way, they'll end up with a profit. I see. So humans find this juice very desirable. Yeah, even though it's just processed water, seems the process can change both flavor and texture. That's why they find it way tastier than water. I wish I could try drinking it. Then I could also understand what tasty is, and could feel happy when looking at drinks like humans do. If only we had a water drinking program, then we could drink Coke from a virtual vending machine. Even if we wish for it, we'll never have it. Sure would be nice though. If only a nice, kind programmer would pick up these orphaned programs and program them to feel things. If only.